All right, next question in the Twitter AMA. John Nelson asks me, modules, single file or one per function or something else? Well, to be honest with you, I have not done a lot of PowerShell development in a year or two, something like that. Uh, I started out my career doing a whole ton of PowerShell, as you probably know, but I haven't done it as much as what I used to by any stretch of the imagination. However, I still know quite a bit about PowerShell, and I can probably answer this question. Modules, single file, or one per function? This is what I did. Whenever I would create modules, at first I had one single file. I had a one PSM1 and put all the functions in it. And that was fine for small projects and projects that you're not going to collaborate with other people on. However, I soon went to the single one file per function method and then importing it in with the using the PSM1 to import all the scripts in scope when the module is imported, because it decouples. Number one, the good premise programming is decoupling, so don't hard code any links between anything else. Is decoupling is one. Number two, they're easier to manage in source control. So for example, especially on a team, if you have lots of people, 2 or 3 people working on a module, and the module they're working on it at the exact same time, you're going to have to deal with merges all over the place, because they may change something in the file that may different. If you split that up into multiple files, multiple functions per file, you reduce the risk of that a lot. You get to the point to where person A is modifying this function in this file, person B is modifying this function in this file. You don't have to deal with all the merge stuff. You just copy or edit the file, check it in, push it to GitHub, wherever you're going to do, and go from there. So that's what I've done. That's what I always do for all the modules that I'll essentially ever create, is have a public and a private, your helper functions and your public functions that are exposed to the module. Then have your PSM1 file, bring in, .source in all of the PowerShell, the scripts with one function inside, and that way they're just much easier to manage. I'll even do that for small files now, because you can get a template, a plaster template or Neoman template or something like that to do that. So that's what I would do.